Okay, if the measure of angle AP, oh, sorry, I jumped to the statement. So question 10, in the diagram of circle O, segments PA and segment PB are tangent to the circle at point O, to circle O at points A and B respectively. Segment OP is drawn in. If the measure of angle APB is equal to 74 degrees and the measure of angle APO is equal to 3x plus 1, what steps could Tamara take to correctly solve for x? B, what is the value of x? Select one answer choice for question A and select one answer choice for question B. Alright, so she wants to know what steps to take if that is what's given. Again, if you don't have this down in your notes, I would just scan till you saw an image that looked similar to this. And this one is looking similar. It talks about bisecting as well. So I'm going to scroll to the bottom of it or scroll to an example that has that, which it doesn't. So I'm going to scroll back up to this one that looked the closest. Okay, so on this, it was saying that segment CD bisects our angle ADB, and what was given? We were given two lines or two rays that were tangent to our circle at the points. So we are given very similar things. We're given a segment that's tangent and another segment that's tangent that is similar to this point and to this segment in this diagram. What is missing is we don't have our radii drawn in, which you could if you wanted to. It's not really pertinent. What is key about this is notice that this angle right here has marked with one tick mark, and this angle is marked with one tick mark, and also that it was saying that it was this line CD was an angle bisector for the larger angle ADB. So that means that this line cut that big angle in half. That's what an angle bisector is. So if we look at this, we have the same setup. We have the line OP, we have our two tangent lines, and we have our angles right here. So it is wanting us to solve for x, so she could double the measure of APO and set that equal to 90 degrees because tangent lines are perpendicular. APO, though, is this angle right here, and the tangent line angle would be created by OAP. It would be occurring right here, so that one's not true. She should set the measure of angle APO equal to the measure of angle APB and solve for x because segment PO is the angle bisector. So, let's see what it is all talking about here. It is wanting us to do angle APO equal to the measure of angle APB because it's the angle bisector. No, because this angle right here, APO, is only half of the measure of angle APB. So that one's not. So she should double the measure of angle APO and set that equal to 74 degrees because O must lie on the angle bisector and therefore angle APO is congruent to angle APB. That is correct because angle APO is only half of our much larger. So that's why they're saying to double it. If I double it, then I would be equal to this much larger angle. So it's listing out our plan, so let's do that algebraically. So she should double the measure of angle APO. Well, the measure of angle APO is 3x plus 1. So we have the measure of angle APO, which is 3x plus 1. And it says she should double it. So what does doubling mean? It means multiplying it by 2. And set that equal to 74 degrees. Okay, so we set it up how it told us to. So now we can solve for the value of x. Well, notice this is in parentheses and we have a 2 multiplied outside of it. So we're going to distribute that 2 through, which 2 times 3x is 6x, plus 2 times 1 is 2. Or you could think of it, well, if I doubled this, if I had two 3x's plus 1s, I would have 3x plus 1 and plus 3x plus 1. So I would have a total of, sorry, I'll write that down, 3x plus 1. If I doubled that, that means I'm just adding another one onto it. So 3x plus 3x gives us our 6x, and the 1 plus 1 gives us our 2. So that's just another way you could think about it. Side note, that is equal to 74 degrees. So again, we're solving for x. That's what our goal. We're looking for x equals some number. So we have 6 multiplied to x plus 2. We're going to go to the addition one. The opposite inverse of addition is subtraction, so we're going to subtract 2 to both sides. So we have 6x plus nothing's changing it, so it has 6x. 2 minus 2 is 0, so we could actually have plus 0 written there. Since adding 0 doesn't change the value of anything, we do not write it. And then we would have 74 minus 2, which is 72. So now we have 6 timesing or multiplying to the x. So the inverse operation or opposite operation would be to divide by 6. The reason why we would divide by 6 is because 6 divided by 6 reduces down to 1. So 6x divided by 6 reduces down to 1x. And that is going to equal 72 divided by 6 is 12. So again, you might be thinking, well, did I reach where I wanted? Did I reach my goal? Yes, because this 1 in math is implied. We typically write it just as x because mathematicians said if I'm writing x, there is at least one value of one quantity of that x. So when you see an x, just remember there's a ninja 1 in front of it. So the value of x is equal to 12. And that's how you would go about answering this question.